philosophies revived.
In our fast-paced modern world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the constant influx of information and noise. From the moment we wake up, we're bombarded with notifications, emails, social media updates, and a myriad of other distractions. It's like being in the middle of a bustling city with the cacophony of sounds and sights, never giving you a moment's peace. This constant bombardment can make it difficult to hear our own thoughts, let alone engage in meaningful self-reflection. But what if there was another way? What if we could step away from the chaos and find clarity in the silence? This might sound like a luxury in today's hyper-connected world, but it's actually a necessity for our mental and emotional well-being. Embracing solitude, taking time to be truly alone, can provide us with the space we need to think deeply and understand ourselves better. Think about it. When was the last time you sat alone with your thoughts, without reaching for your phone or turning on the TV? It's becoming increasingly rare for people to spend time alone without any distractions. Yet, this quiet time is crucial for our personal growth and mental health. In the silence, we can reflect on our lives, our goals, and our dreams. We can process our emotions and come to terms with our experiences. Solitude doesn't have to mean isolation or loneliness. It's about finding a balance between engaging with the world and taking time for yourself. By intentionally setting aside moments of solitude, you can recharge your mind and spirit. This practice allows you to escape the constant noise and focus on what truly matters. Consider the benefits of this practice: increased creativity, improved mental clarity, and a deeper understanding of yourself. When you give yourself the gift of solitude, you're not just stepping away from the noise, you're stepping towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. It's about creating a space where you can think clearly and make thoughtful decisions. In this video, we'll explore how solitude can be a powerful tool for personal transformation. We'll look at the life of Miyamoto Musashi, a legendary samurai who mastered the art of solitude, and discover how his teachings can apply to our modern lives. By embracing the silence and taking time to be alone, you too can unlock your true potential and find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. The legend of Miyamoto Musashi. To truly understand the power of solitude, we need to look at someone who embodied this principle in their life: Miyamoto Musashi. Born in 1584 in Japan, Musashi lived during a time of great upheaval and conflict. Japan was torn apart by civil wars, and the samurai class was both revered and feared. Amidst this chaos, Musashi emerged as a legendary figure, renowned not only for his unmatched skills with the sword, but also for his profound wisdom and philosophical insights. Musashi's journey was far from ordinary. As a ronin, a samurai without a master, he wandered the country, honing his skills and seeking knowledge. His life was marked by a relentless pursuit of mastery, both in martial arts and in his personal development. Over the course of his life, Musashi fought and won over 60 duels, many of them to the death. But his story is not just one of violence and combat. It's a tale of deep introspection and self-discovery. What set Musashi apart from many of his contemporaries was his commitment to solitude. Unlike other samurai who served lords and lived within the rigid structures of their clans, Musashi chose a different path. He spent much of his life in solitude, training, meditating, and reflecting on his experiences. This solitude allowed him to develop a unique perspective on life and to cultivate a profound inner strength. In his final work, Dokkodo, or The Path of Walking Alone, Musashi distilled his insights into 21 precepts. These precepts offer guidance on how to live a fulfilling and meaningful life. They emphasize the importance of self-reliance, discipline, and mental clarity. Musashi's teachings remind us that true strength comes from within, and that solitude can be a powerful tool for personal growth. Musashi was not just a warrior, he was also an artist and a philosopher. He believed that mastery of the self was the highest goal one could achieve. His life was a testament to the power of solitude and the transformative potential of introspection. By withdrawing from the distractions of the world, Musashi was able to focus on his inner development and achieve a level of wisdom that continues to inspire us today. As we delve deeper into Musashi's teachings, we'll see how his philosophy of solitude can be applied to our modern lives. In a world that often values constant connection and external validation, Musashi's example shows us the profound benefits of stepping back, embracing solitude, and looking within for true fulfillment. Solitude as a path to self-discovery. Solitude has long been regarded as a path to self-discovery and personal growth. For Miyamoto Musashi, solitude was not just a physical state, but a mental and emotional one. It was a deliberate choice to step away from the noise of the world and turn inward. In this quiet space, free from distractions and external influences, Musashi found clarity and insight. The concept of solitude as a path to self-discovery is not new. Throughout history, many great thinkers, artists, and spiritual leaders have sought solitude to gain a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. Solitude allows us to strip away the layers of societal expectations and external pressures, revealing our true selves. When we spend time alone, we have the opportunity to reflect on our lives, our values, and our goals. We can process our experiences and emotions without the interference of others. This introspection is crucial for personal growth. It helps us to understand our strengths and weaknesses, to learn from our mistakes, and to gain insight into our true desires and aspirations. In the silence of solitude, we can also connect with our creativity. Many artists and writers have found that their best work comes from moments of quiet reflection. When we are alone, our minds are free to wander, to explore new ideas, and to make connections that we might not have noticed in the hustle and bustle of daily life. This creative process can lead to profound breakthroughs and new ways of thinking. But solitude is not always easy. It can be uncomfortable to be alone with our thoughts, especially if we are used to constant stimulation and distraction. We might feel restless or anxious, or we might be confronted with thoughts and feelings that we have been avoiding. However, it is precisely this discomfort that can lead to growth. By facing our inner world, we can work through our fears and anxieties and emerge stronger and more resilient. Musashi's life demonstrates the power of solitude in achieving self-mastery. He used his time alone to hone his skills, to meditate on his experiences, and to develop his philosophy. His commitment to solitude allowed him to achieve a level of wisdom and understanding that continues to inspire us today. In our modern world, we can learn from Musashi's example. By intentionally setting aside time for solitude, we can create a space for self-discovery and personal growth. We can use this time to reflect on our lives, to connect with our creativity, and to gain clarity and insight. In doing so, we can find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment, and we can unlock our true potential. Learning from Musashi's precepts, Miyamoto Musashi's 21 precepts in Dokkodo, a profound roadmap for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. These principles, distilled from his life of solitude and introspection, provide timeless wisdom that we can apply to our modern lives. Let's explore some of these precepts in detail and see how they can guide us on our own paths. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. This precept encourages us to adopt a humble perspective. In a world that often emphasizes self-promotion and ego, Musashi's advice to think lightly of ourselves is a call to humility. By reducing our ego, we can open ourselves to learning and understanding the world around us. It's about seeing ourselves as part of a larger whole and being open to the vast knowledge and experiences that the world has to offer. When we think deeply of the world, we shift our focus outward. We become more observant, more curious, and more empathetic. This outward focus can lead to a richer, more meaningful life. It allows us to learn from others, to appreciate different perspectives, and to develop a deeper understanding of our place in the world. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. In our consumer-driven society, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of pleasure and instant gratification. Musashi reminds us that true fulfillment does not come from external validation or material possessions. Instead, we should seek satisfaction within ourselves and in our personal growth. This precept encourages us to find joy in our actions and achievements, rather than in fleeting pleasures. It's about cultivating a sense of inner contentment and satisfaction. By focusing on our personal growth and development, we can achieve a deeper, more lasting sense of happiness. Do not under any circumstances depend on a partial feeling. How often do we make decisions based on fleeting emotions? Whether it's anger, excitement, or fear, acting on partial feelings can lead to impulsive and often regrettable choices. Musashi advises us to contemplate our actions carefully and to make decisions based on a full understanding of the situation. This principle teaches us the importance of thoughtful decision-making. It encourages us to take a step back, to reflect, and to consider the consequences of our actions. By doing so, we can make more conscious and deliberate choices, leading to better outcomes in our lives. Do not hold on to possessions you no longer need. Musashi's advice to let go of unnecessary possessions extends beyond physical items. It's also about releasing relationships, habits, and thoughts that no longer serve us. This precept is a lesson in decluttering our lives, both physically and mentally. By letting go of what we no longer need, we create space for growth and transformation. This process can be liberating and can lead to a greater sense of clarity and freedom. It's about recognizing what truly matters and focusing our energy on what brings us joy and fulfillment. Do not fear death. This precept might seem daunting, but it's not about being reckless. Instead, it's an encouragement to live fully and fearlessly. By accepting that death is a natural part of life, we can embrace the present moment and make the most of our time. Musashi's advice to not fear death is a call to live with courage and purpose. It's about taking opportunities, cherishing every moment, and not letting fear hold us back. By living fully, we can find a deeper sense of meaning and fulfillment in our lives. Be detached from desire your whole life long. In a world that constantly promotes the idea that more is better, Musashi's advice to be detached from desire is a powerful reminder. It's about finding contentment with what we have and not constantly yearning for more. This precept teaches us to appreciate the present moment and to find joy in the simple things. By freeing ourselves from the constant chase for more, we can achieve a greater sense of peace and happiness. Musashi's precepts offer timeless wisdom that can guide us on our paths to personal growth and fulfillment. By embracing these principles, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with greater clarity, purpose, and inner strength. Applying Musashi's teachings in our modern lives. Miyamoto Musashi's teachings might come from a different era, but their relevance transcends time. His principles, distilled from a life of solitude and self-mastery, provide valuable insights that can enhance our lives today. So, how can we apply these ancient teachings to our modern, fast-paced world? Let's explore some practical ways to incorporate Musashi's wisdom into our daily lives. Practice regular solitude. In our connected world, finding time for solitude can seem challenging, but it's essential for our well-being. Musashi's life exemplifies the benefits of regular solitude, where he found clarity and insight. We too can carve out moments of solitude in our busy schedules. Set aside time each day to disconnect from the external noise. This could be early in the morning before the world wakes up, or in the evening when things quiet down. Use this time to meditate, take a walk in nature, or simply sit quietly and reflect. These moments of solitude allow us to recharge, gain clarity, and reconnect with ourselves. Digital detox. Our devices are both a blessing and a curse. While they connect us to the world, they can also be a constant source of distraction. Musashi's emphasis on mental solitude reminds us of the importance of disconnecting from these distractions. Consider setting designated times each day for a digital detox. Turn off your phone, log out of social media, and step away from your computer. Use this time to engage in activities that bring you joy and peace, such as reading a book, journaling, or spending time outdoors. By reducing digital distractions, you create space for deeper reflection and creativity. Mental and emotional aloneness. Solitude isn't just about physical isolation. It's also about mental and emotional aloneness. This means detaching ourselves from the need for approval, the urge to compare ourselves to others, and the desire to conform. Musashi's teachings encourage us to stand firm in our beliefs and decisions, even if they go against the crowd. Practice mindfulness and self-awareness to cultivate mental and emotional solitude. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Recognize when you're seeking validation from others, and remind yourself that true fulfillment comes from within. By fostering a sense of inner strength and self-reliance, you can navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and confidence. Make solitude a priority. Treat solitude as an essential part of your self-care routine, something non-negotiable. Just as you prioritize exercise and healthy eating, make time for solitude a regular part of your schedule. See it not as a luxury, but as a necessity for personal growth and self-understanding. Create a designated space in your home for solitude, whether it's a cozy corner for reading and meditation, or a quiet room where you can escape the hustle and bustle. Establish rituals that signal it's time for solitude, such as lighting a candle, playing calming music, or practicing deep breathing exercises. By making solitude a priority, you can ensure that you regularly take time for introspection and inner peace. Addressing the challenges of solitude. Embracing solitude can be challenging, especially in a society that values constant connection and social interaction. We might fear solitude, associating it with loneliness, isolation, or rejection. However, it's important to understand that solitude and loneliness are not the same. Loneliness is a state of emotional distress, a feeling of being socially isolated or cut off. It's an unwanted state, often accompanied by a sense of disconnection and sadness. Solitude, on the other hand, is a positive and constructive state of engagement with oneself. It's a deliberate choice to be alone, allowing for self-reflection and inner growth. To embrace solitude, we need to reframe our perspective and recognize its benefits. Solitude provides a space for creativity, clarity, and personal growth. It allows us to process our thoughts and emotions, leading to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our lives. Remember that solitude isn't an all-or-nothing concept. You don't have to retreat into a cave or live as a hermit to experience its benefits. Instead, find balance. Incorporate periods of quiet, introspective alone time into your daily life. Start small, with just a few minutes each day, and gradually increase this time as you become more comfortable with solitude. Embrace the discomfort that can come with solitude. This discomfort is a sign of growth. It means you're challenging yourself, pushing your boundaries, and stepping out of your comfort zone. By facing your inner world, you can work through your fears and anxieties and emerge stronger and more resilient. Musashi understood the challenges of embracing solitude, but he also recognized its immense benefits. Through his life and teachings, he gives us a blueprint for overcoming these challenges and harnessing the transformative power of solitude. The journey through the life and teachings of Miyamoto Musashi is a powerful reminder of the significance of solitude in personal growth and self-realization. Musashi's path to self-mastery required walking alone, and his wisdom offers timeless insights that we can apply to our modern lives. Solitude is not about isolation or loneliness. It's about creating a space for self-discovery, reflection, and inner peace. By embracing solitude, we can gain clarity, connect with our creativity, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. It allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and confidence. In today's fast-paced, connected world, finding time for solitude might seem difficult, but it's essential for our well-being. By intentionally setting aside moments for solitude, we can create a space for personal growth and transformation. We can learn to think lightly of ourselves and deeply of the world, to seek fulfillment within, and to make thoughtful, deliberate choices. Musashi's teachings remind us that true strength comes from within. By embracing solitude, we can cultivate a sense of inner strength and self-reliance. We can learn to stand firm in our beliefs and decisions, even if they go against the crowd. And by letting go of unnecessary attachments and focusing on what truly matters, we can find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. So take a moment today to embrace solitude. Turn off your phone, find a quiet spot, and just be with your thoughts. Use this time to reflect, to connect with your creativity, and to gain clarity and insight. The journey may not be easy, but it is undoubtedly rewarding. And perhaps, like Musashi, you too will discover that being alone can indeed change your life.